Yo, niaje watu wangu, welcome back to another episode of Morbid Media. And today, I'm actually going to be reviewing a recent video by Mr. Kibe Andrew, where he's basically he's talking about the reason as to why he left church. And me myself, being a very staunch believer, I thought it best to review this video, do like a short review of this video, just to look at specific points where I would agree with Kibe and other points where I don't necessarily agree with him. So join me as I do this review. Let's go. Let's.
Kuna time mamangu mpenzi mzazi mpenzi aliniambia we need to go to this woman who is a very prayerful woman. Bro, and every time I used to hear about a woman being a pastor or a
sauti ijatosha, so let's increase the volume.
High priestess or all that other shit, I was very skeptical. Yeah.
So definitely, due to copyright purposes, I'll not review the whole video. I'll just review it in bits. So I'll be fast forwarding it for copyright purposes.
So she tells me, oh, we need to go to this woman in some place in Banana. So we go to Banana, and apparently this woman is a seer. She can see things. An atmosphere of, it's almost like witchcraft. And she's trying to create a holy atmosphere. Minutes. It's my mom mpenzi. Mama mzazi mpenzi. I have to sit there and do what she has told me to do. Bro, that time I'm a grown man, A grown man. I think I was in my 32 or 30 something. I can't remember. Sitting there, listening to this woman chant inside there. Once she's done chanting, then her assistant comes to call us. The assistant is looking so pious. It's like they've just connected with God. It says, she will see you now. Na mukiingia tafadhali mutoe viatu. Then we get there, the woman says, go on your knees. So I go on my knees. Now my mom is watching me. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. But I can't say anything because mama mzazi mpenzi yule amekaa pale. She's watching my every move. And I don't want to disappoint her fragile heart. So I sit there, I'm on my knees listening to this nonsense. I know it's nonsense, but I can't say anything. Because now at that point, I'm actually starting to think, maybe this woman might have something. Be very clear about what I did. You remember that day when you smoked some weed? So I want to tell her to tell me something. Tell me about Wanja or somebody. Now, be very clear about what I did. You remember that day when you smoked some weed and then you fucked and you started crying? Oh, Pastor, you can see into my life. Remember that day when you were with that girlfriend of yours and she put your legs up in there and then she licked your diab hole? Oh, no. You don't know. I'm like, then she asked me, you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, okay. So just a quick and a rather brief explanation to this. So basically what Kibe is saying is he's giving an example of how his mother back in the days convinced him to go to a particular prophet, prophet in quotes that is, and they were made to like wait when as this lady was making some weird preparations in that altar room, and afterwards they are welcomed by the prophet's assistants. Prophet is in quotes in this instance. So the prophet's assistant welcomes them to the altar room, and then he was expecting like the prophet to make like a direct prophecy, and in this case a direct prophecy would be more of like, okay, so you're like the second born in your family, blah blah blah. You work in this place and place, and yesterday you had a woman in your house. Her name is such and such. Basically, information that she wouldn't have known prior. or rather nobody has, or rather information that nobody might or could have given her. But rather, this prophet was very vague in her prophecy. So, and he's talking about how majority of today's churches, or rather, people, men and women of God, what do you call it? Wanakoningi watu ama wanabeba watu ufala through such vague prophecies. You'd go to a church and someone comes and tell you who is let's say who is Caro. Come on, man. How many people are named Caro in the streets, or how many names are called Brian or Victor or Steven? How many people do you know by that name? Yeah, this is actually funny. So let's just listen to it a little while longer.
I'm like, what? What?
And
I've
I'm
come
going
here
to
for
fast
you to
forward
tell me.
this.
God cannot tell you. Pastor wengine walienda kwa hawa ya mtu wako na njaa, badala waseme wako na njaa, wakaanza kusema batai kilai, kill the ducks outside. His dick cannot stay in his pants. Some of you go to these pastors and you're like, this pastor has a scandal. You see, if you, pastor, like the pastor who was caught the other day, it's called Pastor Moredi. Yeah, you guys remember that one? The pastor was caught after having impregnated one of the flock.
Yeah, so actually in this instance, Kibe is talking about Pastor Pastor Muredi. Um, Pastor Muredi is actually uh, the senior pastor to Burale, and he's actually a bishop. Actually, he's the general overseer of the House of Grace church here in Nairobi. So Pastor Muredi, was it last year or was it in 2020? He actually had a huge scandal where he had impregnated a lady, of actually which was very very true, and the lady had even sued him for child support. So yeah, man, and people are still going to these churches. So personally, I won't necessarily judge. It all depends. Did the pastor come out? Did he own up to his mistakes? Did he take responsibility? However, um, why did it have to take the baby mama to sue him, to take him to court, and to cause all this drama for him to take up responsibility? Hey, I'll let you be the judge, okay? So let's proceed kidogo so that we can
Come over, let us have Holy Communion. And it was Bishop Muredi, yeah, stabs the girl. You use traces. Yeah, you're just a punch of you. Somebody's talking to you from a V8. Okay? You're puny as fuck. So I don't have time to listen to you, so fuck off. And listen to his nonsense. If you want anything you want to do, ask me. Who has taken that word and desecrated it and is using it to manipulate? Gani? Uza gari kwanza utupatie hiyo. Yeah, you're just a punch of use. And ejaculating hapo days. Wapo pastor. You need to come. Because sasa kazi yenu ni hiyo. Usishao mother deki. I don't know what they do, bro. And he wants to be debaucher. Lakini mwili nataka kuwa kwa. Mbona hujapeana ile dole nilikwambia? Yeah. So what else did he show you? Fulizwa. Because if you want anything from me, God, you know where to find me. So you have a direct call. There's nothing that was making sense. Shaking there. Oh my God, I can't believe. Kumbe watu na hawa wanasherekea, mimi peke yangu ndio nilikuwa mjinga. Me. I'm walking like a lawyer who has been. Nashanga, mbona mimi peke yangu ndio niko weak? Mtu anakamchacha mbea niko na njaa na yeah, I got married first, then Wabala, then Burale. So the three, and then siku moja tukasema, you know, because we're very pious and we're very nice people of the church, sisi tuta fast. So tuta fast 3 days, dry fast, because we need to change things. You know that stupid thing people do in church. Nilienda kwa hao ya Burale nikapata wamekuwa wakikula mabiku. Hey.
Okay, so this particular example was very, very funny for me. So Kibe here gives another example where him, Pastor Burale, Robert Burale doubles up as image coach, he's a motivational speaker, he's an MC, and apparently he's also a pastor. So for you who don't know who Robert Burale is, he is very synonymous for that particular show where they used to do at Citizen TV Kenya, where where the main host was Lillian Muli, and they used to host it alongside um what are these two ladies' names? I can't remember the two ladies' names, but I do remember it was Lillian Muli, Robert Burale, Pastor Ian. Sorry, um, coach or rather Judge Ian Bugwa from Tusker Project fame, and two other ladies who I sijui sikumbuki jina zao. And yeah, so Robert Burali is an image coach. Walikuwa wanafanya show inaitwa Fashion Cop, where walikuwa wana analyze dressing codes za people who have been attending various parties or events, and even celebrities. And later on, people came to know him. He's a pastor, and he also hosts a few TV channels here and there. So yeah, so back in the days when Kibe was still a very staunch Christian, Burale and another pastor decided to actually fast. But Kibe hapa anasema when he went to visit Burale, he found Burale eating biscuits, man. You can imagine the disappointment. And this was actually this was actually the point at which Kibe decided that yo, church is not for me anymore. God, if you want to speak for me, you have direct contact. Talk to me directly. If you want to address me directly. So that's what Kibe said to to God. It's very funny. Let us just listen to like a few seconds of this story, and then you guys can go to my Instagram page, follow me there. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, and wait for the next video. Yes, sir.
Mi saa hiyo hata siwezi tembea, niko na njaa na kufa, because God has told us we must fast for how many days? Sitaru. Na kufa, napata watu wako na traces ya mabiku kwa ndevu. Nauliza haya kareke watu wanakula mabiku. Nashanga hizi biku, kuna sahani ya biku. Nashanga mbona mimi peke yangu ndio niko weak? Mtu anakamchacha na nuka nyama. Bro, we are fasting. By force by fire. By force by fire. Hata nikasirike nianza kulia hapa hivi kama moja. Nikikumbuka vile nimeteseka na hizo mafasting zenyu. Acha ikae bana. Hizo tuhabwe.
Yo.
That time I'm
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I'd like to play the whole of this clip, due to copyright purposes, I'll actually have to end it here. If you want to view the whole story, you can actually go to Andrew Kibe's page. It's like a whole 20 minutes where you can actually view. So yes, sir, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on my socials, and definitely expect more and more videos from me.